Welcome back, listeners, to an emergency episode of the New Standard. Wanted to make sure we gave you a show. It seems as if Omar Khan has gone safety shopping for Keanu Neal, who played for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers last year. So we talked about it on the last show. Again, and quickly, if you want to participate in the program, please hit the like and subscribe button. Also, you can find the show doing a search for Lance Williams and or Neil Coulong and the New Standard. Also, you can hit us and the show will be available during for podcast. And you can go to your latest podcast reader and feeder. We talked about it, Neil and myself, and big up to Neil. We talked about it the last time we did the show. We talked about what the Steelers were going to do to replace the snaps of Terrell Edmonds, who, you know, if you want to criticize his play, you can clearly, but the one thing he was durable. Played a lot of snaps, played a lot of football, had a lot of versatility, allowed the Steelers to play different things. We also talked about the name of Mark Barron and Morgan Burnett. We talked about dime linebacker. We talked about the Steelers feeling that void and having a third safety on their team to occupy that dime linebacker position. Now, if you've never heard of Keanu Neal, and I have not, let me give you some backstory and a little backdrop on Keanu Neal. 6 feet 2'11", ran 4.62 at the combine, played for Florida. He was drafted in 2016 by the Falcons. He was the 17th selection in the draft. Looking at his PFF grades, in terms of solo tackles, he graded out at 57. 57th, had 47 solo tackles, had one interception, was targeted 27 times, gave up 22 catches. That ranked 60th and 49 respectively. Overall, he was ranked the 125th safety. In terms of run defense, he was ranked 129. In terms of pass rush, that was his highest grade or his highest rank. He graded out at 19 for safeties. His coverage grade, he ranked out at 82. And he played approximately, let me take a look at his snap count here. He played 317 snaps, played a lot in run. PFF has detailed here as run defensive snaps. He played 239. Pass rush snaps, he played 24. So you can pretty much look at his snap count and kind of see what the Steelers may have envisioned with this particular player. That he's going to probably be a guy that's going to be that dime backer where the Steelers can play three safeties, play big nickel, play a dime backer with one more linebacker, and play multiple defensive backs and be able to deploy their defense in that way. You're a little bit lighter, but you can cover presumably a little bit better because you get to take one of your linebackers off of the field. Now, I was talking to Neil tonight, and this was Neil's comment about Keanu Neal. And he said, Keanu Neal is the next Mark Barron slash Morgan Burnett, not a very good player anymore, probably a dime linebacker, a sub package player. And if he's a sub package player and he's playing 317 snaps, I mean, that's not bad. Here are some other stats from him. In terms of stops, he had 21 stops, one sack, missed 12 tackles, had an interception. In coverage, he gave up, in terms of yards per reception, almost 13 yards of reception, and the passer rating allowed against him was 132. So clearly you could see that he's not going to be a coverage player. He's probably going to be your in-box dime player to give the Steelers just another versatile player and a versatile look on defense if they want to align it in different ways. I wouldn't think that the signing of Neal necessarily removes safety as an option, but we'll see. I mean, we'll see. I don't think safety is off the board in terms of the first round. The other thing, and big up to everybody who chimed in, big up to Ollie Howard Species, big up to Double H, Aquatic Life, big up to Michael O'Malley, big up to you guys. And let me jump into some of the comments. And it's a funny comment. Keanu Neal Coulong, that's absolutely hilarious. Aquatic Life said the following: such a different team. We haven't made it to the draft, UDFA, or finished free agency. Yeah, they're trying to address their needs. And so, you know, in looking at what they've done, and I think Neil may do a solo show tomorrow. I'm not sure. They made another signing of a defensive lineman from San Diego as well, a nose tackle. So they're addressing up front their defensive front. I think what the Steelers are doing is they're plugging up their needs in free agency. And so that will free them up to possibly take a position group that nobody expects them to do in the draft. But you could expect from that 17 and that 32 pick, they're going to take a premium position. You've got to take a premium position, especially with that 32 pick at the top of the round. You've got to take a premium position. And so this team is very different. And we see that the Pittsburgh Steelers aren't resting on their laurels because there's no laurels to rest on. We see that Omar Khan is being very aggressive in free agency and trying to pick, and try to pick these pieces in these holes and trying to plug them and fill them with personnel. And so I'm excited with this move. We'll see how he fits in to their defense, but I think you can see, and let me give you some of his grades again, that he looks like a box player. A guy that had a passer rating allowed of 132, yards per reception 13. He looks like a box player. And he had some ability to rush the passer, given that he was ranked 19th out of safeties in terms of his pass rush grade. So maybe he's a guy that can rush the passer, do some of the Mark Barron, Morgan Burnett stuff. And as long as you can hide him in coverage, maybe he gives you, if he plays those 317 snaps for the Steelers, maybe it's in sub-package football exclusively, and he can fill that void and allow the Steelers to put 3 safeties on the field. So I think it's a solid move. I don't think it excludes them getting a safety at 17. And I like this comment here from G Stacks. And one thing I want to do is I want to tease for the next show, everybody that's on the chat right now, please spread the word, like and subscribe to the program. But I want you guys to make your case. And so I've done a couple of shorts and I called them Make Your Case. So I want you to go to each short that I put up today. Make your case for the Steelers signing or drafting a left tackle in the first round. Make your case for the Steelers signing a corner in the first round. Make your case for the Steelers signing or drafting a wide receiver in the first round. And I would love Jackson Smith and Jigba if they went out and got him. I would love that move. Also, make your case for any position, for a corner, for a left tackle, for a wide receiver. I want you guys to make your case for what position group or what player the Steelers should sign with their first round draft pick. We'll take a look at your comments. We'll read through some of your comments. And Neil and myself, we're going to make a case for some of these positions as well. For safety, for wide receiver. We're going to make a case for defensive tackle or defensive end. And we're also going to make a case for a left tackle as the first round draft pick. But with that, I just wanted to hop in here really quick, give you guys a little something on the signing today, because I thought it was very interesting. I mean, they have to replace those snaps. Edmonds played a ton of snaps. And even if you don't think that Neal is the guy, you got to replace the snaps. I mean, you have to replace the snaps. And I thought the Steelers played quality football when KZ, Minka, and Edmonds were on the field at the same time. And we're talking about versatility. But I want you guys, when you see the shorts, to make sure you go out and make your case for the different positions. But with that, don't want to thank everybody for hopping in on short notice. Again, it looks like Omar Khan is really busy. Big up to everybody out there, and big up to Ciara Or to Cyril Kamal, yes, them Polynesians from the islands are solid players and great characters. Uh, yes, they are. And they're replacing one Polynesian brother with another Polynesian brother. So good. Hopefully it all works out. We're going to hop off the program. Thank you guys for chiming in for this quick, hot emergency show. Go Steelers. Tune in, tell a friend, and subscribe.